So this is going to be my take on what if Naruto was Konan's son. Part 1. And you're asking, well, how would he be her son? So, Nagato. Nagato is Naruto's father. Konan liked the name of Naruto because his father was Nagato. And kind of similar. That's why I picked that. And I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make him have the paper release and the Renegon. You're like, well, it can't be passed down through bloodline. I'm putting a small divot in that, only for Naruto. Just put like crack, small little divot. As you're asking, well, isn't Nagato stuck in a machine? Konan actually had Nagato actually had Naruto when he was a bit younger. Remember Yahiko? Yeah, after Yahiko died. He got drunk, they got drunk, that happened. And Nagato took on the role, and Nagato told Konan to leave and raise Naruto the right way. So she did. Kind of depressed, but, it had to be done. As she is now part of the Hidden Leaf. Even though Nagato had grudge against it, she's with the Hidden Leaf because she thought that was the greatest defense. As Naruto was born, and they went to the Hidden Leaf. The Nine-Tail has just attacked the Hidden Leaf. And it was sealed inside a child. Now this child is called Mito. Mito's a girl. And so she got the soul and the chakra. She got 50% of the soul and all the chakra. You know how the normal story goes. She's in there. She gets let in. So Naruto now has the paper release Genkai and Renegon. Naruto. Okay, year time skip. Naruto has just been this young girl getting beaten down. Well, actually two. She had a choice between a whole mob to deal with to get to Mito, or Hinata. Got beat down by a couple of kids. Now she chooses the mob because he chooses the mob to defend the girl. As something weird happens, he starts to come out. There's paper starts to come out of his arms, and part of his arms are missing. As then they get lifted up in the air, and they're like, "What paper?" As they don't know Konan can use paper release. They don't know. And they don't know Naruto can either. As their eyes get covered, and they start punching each other. And after they became laying down, knocked out, the paper comes back, and Naruto's confused. He thought he'd ask his mother later. As she's like, "Thank you," and then she runs off. As then, he sees Hinata still getting beat on. As he goes over there, the same thing happens, but they get put in a cocoon-like state. As then they get put on a tree. as in they get put near a tree, and then the paper comes back. So, like, his body goes missing, like you see on this picture. Like Konan. So he was missing a whole arm there. And Hata thanks him, and then they run away. Hidashi doesn't thanks the boy for helping Hinata. That's basically the backstory. Naruto wants to train a lot with his mother. So when he goes home, he asks his mother, "Why did paper come out of my arm?" And she's surprised he had paper release, and she says, "Oh, that's paper release." As in, she sends some of her clothes, some of her body, like her arm, into paper. And Naruto's like, "Oh, can you train me?" As Konan was surprised, but she's like, "Nope, not at least till you're in the academy, which is 8 years old." As he's a bit disappointed, but he starts secretly training. He's allowed in the library. He asks for any taijutsu. Actually, 4-year time skip. It's 5. He's 5. And Naruto's been stalking him, like normal. And he always protects Mito from the crowd or people. He's learning taijutsu really fast. You could even say he's a prodigy. Not even Sasuke had this level of strength. As he sees Sasuke trying to perform Fire Style Fireball Jutsu, as Naruto has the chakra natures of fire, earth, water, and lightning, not wind. No, I feel it'd be like fire, earth, water, and wind. No, actually, change earth with lightning. So he has fire, water, lightning, wind. As he sees Hanashi doing fire style fireball jutsu, as in he saw the hand signs he was doing, and Sasuke tried. He let out a tiny fireball. Him being Nagato's son and Konan's, you need immense chakra control to use paper release. As he goes, and then Hayashi sees a ginormous fireball put in the water. As then he turns around to see Naruto, a 5-year-old child, do that. Hayashi's like, As Sasuke's like, who did that? As Naruto just turned into paper butterflies and went away. So Hayashi was more confused. So he went to the Hokage about this. And he asked, what does Naruto... And then he sees Naruto right beside the Hokage saying, "Hi." He always visits the Hokage because he feels... No, not that. She's like, "There's a boy that turned into paper. Do you know anything about that?" As, the third Hokage's like, "Yes, that's Naruto. Why?" As, she's like, "He just performed a great fireball jutsu." As he's impressed, so he calls Naruto. "Bring in Naruto." What's Konan's last name? Hold on. I'm gonna make up a random name. Cause I see the last name, but I can't pronounce it. So we're just gonna call it Naruto. He's like, "Bring in Naruto." As they send Anbu after Naruto, they find Naruto, and he's just walking around. As they jump in front of him, said, "Hi Naruto, the third Hokage needs you." And Naruto's like, okay. As then he turns into paper butterflies. As they're okay with this, because they don't think the mother can do that. They're okay with this because they know the mother can do this. Konan can do this. As he goes to the third Hokage, Hiruzen always keeps windows open for Naruto. As the windows open, no. Come on. God. It's the worst way for me, apparently. Hold on. I have to get through all these. This is my series I'm trying to. Alright, so, sorry for that. So, let me make sure I'm still recording it. Yeah. So, he keeps the window open for Naruto all time. Naruto then says, yeah, hello. What do you need me for? As, Hiruzen's like, oh, hi. Fugaku apparently saw you do a fireball. As Naruto's like, Oh, you must be the guy who's trying to teach that boy. As Fugaku's like, yes. You apparently can do a fireball better than Sasuke. Naruto's like, yep, apparently. And Fugaku's like, okay, who's this kid's parents? And here's this like, this Konan person, and she didn't say the other part. As this confuses Fugaku, but it doesn't mind. He's like, well, okay, I just wanted to see who that was, who could do a fire style easily. And so Sasuke's kind of mad that someone is ahead of him, and they're the same age. They look the same age. So Sasuke's kind of mad. And so Fugaku comes home with a smile on his face. And she's like, oh, what is it, Fugaku? And then Mikoto says, what is it, Fugaku? As he says, well, there's a boy who can do a fire style as big as Itachi's. And, no, he says, as big as mine. And he's at the same age as Sasuke. This surprises her, but, like, she's okay with it. Sasuke gets even angrier because his dad is smiling about him and not Sasuke. Itachi's like, oh, who is this boy? And he's like, and Fugaku's like, oh, Naruto. As 3 more years pass, Naruto's a master at paper style. I'm gonna have to do something that awakens his rank on. Please don't be mad at me. As when he's 8, they do class. Naruto actually is passing everything. The taijutsu, the paper, and everything. Because he worked on his paper by himself, and then you're going to see why he did that. He was not going to give up on his paper, so he just pushed chakra, and he realized he could get it down after a while. 3 years of trying to do this, he masters it. As Sasuke's going to do a spar with Naruto, he goes after him, and the teacher says, if you have any ninjutsu, you can use it, but try some taijutsu. As Sasuke goes in to punch his gut, but his stomach, but it just turns into paper. As then it comes back, and Naruto's full stomach is back. And he punches Sasuke in the face as Sasuke goes flying. As there's 2 sides of the fangirls. It's a Uchiha fangirl, and the Naruto fangirl. As Sasuke and Naruto aren't going to be friends at all. They're actually rivals. They're kind of friends, but kind of rivals. You're about to see why they're about to be friends. And so Naruto's like, I don't even think I need to use paper style on you, man. Sasuke gets angry, and he does a fireball jutsu. But it's so small. You know, glasses, you know, the glass cups? It's as big as that. He just, little weak fireball. He was up close, so this could hit Naruto, but he just turned into paper and flew away. A butterfly. Then came back. There's little burnt marks, but he's okay. All in all. As Sasuke even gets madder at this, going for a thing of punches, but he's just dodging it. Remember, Naruto practiced on taijutsu a lot, and he only knows the fireball jutsu. And then Naruto lands a fatal blow to a kid's stomach. To Sasuke's stomach. So he gets knocked out. As the teacher said, Naruto, you didn't need to use that much force, but Naruto, the winner. As Naruto's fan group is yelling, Ino's the leader of this one. And Sakura's the leader of Sasuke's. Literally, though, Sakura's useless. Okay. Naruto goes home, and he sees Konan dead. As he starts to cry, and then paper flows everywhere around his house. His eyes are wide open. The Rinnegan has activated. He sees a sword in her back, and he screams. And the house is about to explode because of the paper. As it explodes his house, leaving a dent in the ground. Naruto's flying up in the air with wings of paper as he's crying. As the Anbu come to look at the house, it's completely decimated. It's completely gone. As they see Naruto up in the air with paper wings, is crying out a storm. As they see this, Hiruzen actually comes, because that was a big enough explosion to be maybe assault on the leaf. As Hiruzen's there, and he sees Naruto just bursting out in tears, as he sees the house completely gone, like it was never there. As Hiruzen wonders what happened, as Naruto falls to the ground, out of chakra exhaustion, his eyes are now closed. As Hiruzen catches Naruto, as his wings go into paper butterflies and fly away. As he takes Naruto to the hospital. Everyone's worried about Naruto because Naruto does not have the Kyuubi inside him, so everyone likes Naruto. As Naruto's depressed, he wakes up and there's just tears in his eyes. And you can't deactivate the Rinnegan when it's activated. As Hiruzen sees a dojutsu, but he wonders what it is. As he asks Naruto what happened. Naruto says, my mother, she's dead. And he starts to cry up a storm. As everyone hears this, they like Konan. Though, yeah. They kind of get saddened. Naruto's crying out a storm. As Hiruzen feels bad. As Fugaku's seen this explosion. And the police force also came. Fugaku, the Chia massacre is not going to happen. I'm just saying. Chia massacre not going to happen. So Fugaku sees this and he wonders what has happened, because he knows Konan and he knows about the paper release. So the police force is there. The captain of police force had to be there because of the big explosion. As Fugaku kind of jumped at this opportunity, and he says, "Lord Third, I'd be fine to take care of Naruto." As they're not planning to start a coup, because they have the police force, and they're kind of getting more trust. The third Hokage is like, as long as you don't start a coup, I'll trust you with this boy. As Fugaku sees Naruto just crying, as Fugaku is kind of upset about this because he likes Naruto. He sees Naruto as a prodigy. He jumped at the opportunity, but he instantly felt bad that Naruto's only parent got lost. And so he saw the Rinnegan, so he's like, As Kirsten didn't know what this was other than dojutsu, so he's like, here you go, Fugaku. As Naruto's just crying the whole way walking to Fugaku's house, Fugaku's kind of cheering him up, saying, "Hey Naruto, maybe you'd like to meet my wife. She's making something good tonight." God. And he kind of smiles at this because he didn't really have a father figure before. As Fugaku is talking to Naruto and he's like, "Do you know what your eyes are?" And Naruto's like, "What eyes?" As Fugaku just takes off his headband, gives it to Naruto. Naruto looks and he's like, "I don't know what these are." He starts sniffling. As he gives Fugaku back his headband, as Fugaku just goes to his house and he's like, "Mikoto, we might have one more person." As she's about to make dinner, she's like, "Okay, I'll make food for one more." As she makes food, and Itachi sees Naruto just sobbing, and he talks to Fugaku, asking, "What is Naruto doing here?" Fugaku's like, "I adopted him. His mother died, and his house got exploded by paper bombs. So I adopted him." As then Itachi also asks, "What's those eyes?" So he points at Naruto's eyes. Well, he's not looking. "What's those eyes that Naruto has?" And Fugaku whispers under his breath, "The Rinnegan." As he knows what the Rinnegan is. Itachi's eyes widen, but then they go back in place. As Indra is not in Sasuke. Indra's in Naruto. That's how he's such a big prodigy and all that. Then Sasuke comes over and asks, "Hi Dad, what is Naruto doing here?" As he says in a kind of hate but kind of nice voice. Well, he is technically your stepbrother now. As this confuses Sasuke, and he's like, "What?" As then Itachi fixes saying, "Fugaku adopted him. His mother died, and his house got exploded by paper bombs." As Sasuke was like, "Okay." As Fugaku was all being nice to Naruto, Sasuke kind of got jealous, but didn't intervene. As Fugaku, as they're eating dinner, Mikoto's like, Fugaku whispers in Mikoto's ear because he doesn't want Naruto to hear it. I'll tell you why I adopted him. I'll tell you why he's here, later on in the night. as Mikoto. I can't say her name. Fugaku's wife. That's it. Fugaku's wife. Who? Sorry. But no! It's giving me the wrong thing. Sorry, you're seeing Tantilla stuff. Yeah. And, Mikoto. Yeah, Mikoto is like, okay. As they're eating, Naruto kind of cheers up because the food is really good. And he feels like a family because he's given, like, Itachi's trying to comfort him and all that. You know how Itachi is good to, like, babies and all that. Naruto kind of gets a smile on his face, and this is the first time he heard Naruto speak, ever since he got here. He's like, this food's good. He says in a kind of sad but happy tone. You know, one of those tones. And Mikoto smiles, and she just smiles. Hold on. I actually don't want to. Okay, so actually, not only Mikoto smiled, but Itachi smiled, and Fugaku. Basically everyone but Sasuke, because Sasuke could tell Naruto was getting more attention than him. So then night comes, and Fugaku's like, oh, Naruto, you'll just be sleeping in Sasuke's room. We got him a couch, so you can sleep on the couch. Naruto smiles at this, and then he goes upstairs and falls asleep on the couch. And everyone falls asleep except Mikoto and Fugaku. While they're asleep, Fugaku says, I adopted Naruto because of Konan, his mother's parents dying, and because I'm kind, and also his eyes are the Rinnegan, and he's a prodigy of this time. Mikoto's surprised, but she's like, okay. As she's okay with this. And so, the next day comes. Naruto wakes up at 5:30. I mean, at 3 a.m. As no one else is awake, he turns into butterflies and flies out the window. As he got some food, he ate that, and then he flew out the window. And then he went training. As he trained on, he trained on chakra control, and chakra control. He tried perfecting the fireball jutsu. As he was doing that a couple times, he did a couple laps around the Uchiha compound to build up his Haijutsu. He also hit a log for a while. And now it was like 5:30. He did that for 2 hours and 30 minutes. As the academy starts at like 7:30. As Fugaku and Mikoto, not Mikoto, God, Fugaku's wife and Itachi got up. They would leave Sasuke to sleep for like another hour because they saw he was still sleeping. They let him sleep for another hour. As when they went downstairs, when they saw Sasuke was sleeping peacefully, they saw Naruto wasn't there. As Fugaku, they got worried, but then they saw Naruto just sitting downstairs, relaxing. A bit sweaty, but he took a shower. They see his hair's wet and all that. Like, why are you up how'd you get up without waking up? Sasuke, as he says, "Oh, I used my I turned it." He turns into butterflies. It's like turns back. Oh, that's how I did it. As they're like, as they ask, "Why should I take a shower?" Naruto's like, I trained for 2 hours and 30 minutes. They were surprised. Itachi's like, "You woke up at 3?" And Naruto's like, "Yep," with a smile, with a grin on his face. And also, as they see, as Naruto's like, I kind of perfected the fireball jutsu. As Itachi was surprised at this, but he knows it's not that hard if you already have a dojutsu. So, you know. I don't think... Hold on. Let me see if you can deactivate the Rinnegan. I'll be right back. As Naruto doesn't know how to turn it off. I forgot that mother. Oh wait, Naruto just had the Rinnegan, but he never turned it off. And actually he did turn it off, but Naruto does not know how to turn it off. He has no clue how to turn it off. No clue. So he just always has it on. And it's draining some chakra, but he regains it fast because of that Uzumaki blood in him. And so, yeah. He has a ton of chakra. As Itachi's like, Fugaku's like, asked Naruto if he wants to learn another jutsu. As Mikoto's like, no, wait, he's just a child, Fugaku. And Naruto gets a smile and is like, yeah, I want to learn another jutsu. My mother never taught me paper release. I had to learn that. She said when I was 8, she'd teach me. And Fugaku's like, come on, get that smile on. I'm going to show you Phoenix Flower Jutsu. Naruto smiles at this as they go to the lake, and Fugaku's actually teaching him how to deactivate his Rinnegan and all that. As Fugaku's like, do you know how to deactivate your eyes? As Naruto shakes his head. And Fugaku's like, I'm surprised. You worked on your chakra control. Just put some chakra in your eyes and they should deactivate. And then they turn back to a normal orange. Naruto smiles as Fugaku smiles. As then Naruto reactivates it and says, show me Phoenix Flower Jutsu. As Fugaku does this, Sasuke wakes up. It takes Naruto an hour to perfect this. As Fugaku sees Naruto perfect this in an hour, he's clapping. As Itachi is watching this, and Shisui. Shisui's impressed that Naruto can do that. So is Itachi. And Fugaku has the biggest smile on his face, patting Naruto's head. And they went in the house and they saw Sasuke was up. And Fugaku tells his Mikoto, no, Fugaku's wife. I keep on saying the name, but I keep on forgetting it. Fugaku's wife, that he mastered Phoenix Flower Jutsu pretty fast. As this surprised Mikoto, Sasuke overheard this, and he kind of got jealous, and Naruto had the biggest grin on his face. As they go to the school that day, Fugaku walks them. Itachi and Itachi and Shisui are watching Naruto 24/7. That's their Anbu mission. As they get paid to do this. As Iruka always fights Sasuke and Naruto. As Sasuke is like the second person here, so he's like, okay, Naruto, fight Sasuke, but only use your taijutsu. We know you can use that paper release really good. Naruto's like, okay. As then he puts chakra in his eyes always have the Rinnegan on. He never turns them off. As so, the third Hokage told him to not mind his eyes and pretend it's normal. As he does this, and so, I keep on doing that. And so, they battle. I'm giving you a long video today. As so, they battle, and they decide to, as Naruto can see all of his movements, dodging them with ease. Easier than he could do before. As Iruka's like, okay, stop. I'm actually gonna fight Naruto. Sasuke, you're teamed up with Kiba now. As Iruka's like, Naruto, if you can dodge a lot of my punches, I'll be using tuning attack speed. If you can dodge my punches, you will instantly have an A on this for the rest of the year. So Naruto's like, okay. Wait, no. If he says you won't have to do this until a month later. As Naruto's like, okay. As tuning speed pretty fast, but he just barely dodges it with that Rinnegan. As Naruto's dodging it. And then Iruka's surprised he can get it even a hit off as he punches Iruka's hand. As Iruka gets he punches in Iruka's arm as he gets blown back a bit, and he gets up. Naruto, you won't have to do this till a month later. You have an A. Naruto, like, yippee! As the fangirls are now screaming, you know how a dog barks just as loud as that, but screaming for him. As Naruto just comes back sitting, Sasuke is giving Naruto glances like of hatred, but also rivalry. So it's hatred, but niceness. As Naruto and Sasuke aren't that good of friends yet, they're kind of friends though. As Sasuke versus Kiba can kind of dodge, but gets hit a couple times. Sasuke can dodge, but gets hit a couple times. So they're equal. So Iruka gives them a B+. As the end of the day comes, they come walking home. And Fugaku congratulates Naruto. As Naruto smiles. And Fugaku shows Naruto the jutsu thing. Naruto asks, do you have any, the jutsu library? He's like, do you have anything on lightning, wind, or water style? No, do you have any chakra papers? Actually, no. And Fugaku's like, have you know your chakra natures? Naruto's like, no. As then, he pulls out a chakra paper, and Naruto puts some chakra in it, and wind, fire, lightning, and water. As he's surprised because he sees 4 chakra natures. But he's happy, and Naruto asks, do you have anything on water, lightning, or wind? As Fugaku smiles and says yes, as he shows Naruto the jutsu library. So that's where I'm going to end it off here. Remember, okay, if you get 1 like today, I will make another part as soon as possible. 1 like. Please subscribe, hit that notification bell. See you all next time. Bye!